I'm telling you, corporate greed.
And astronomical.
Everyone wants to make money so bad.
Eat or be eaten, bro.
It's crazy. This is why, like, it's so tough to sort of, like, disconnect from a society that runs like that.
Because that's not what's rewarded.
It's not reward. You know, what's rewarded is hard work, consistency, you know, being present even when you shouldn't be present. And I feel like that sort of ties into, like, how our generation is perceiving that and being like, no fucking way.
We're not doing that.
Because it's just so insane. And then you get comments like, oh, like, why are you guys job hopping after, like, a year? Like, that's not how you play the game.
Stop.
Shut
Stop.
the fuck
Right
up.
there.
Shut the fuck
This
up.
has been my TED Talk for the last 5 weeks. And I will say it, and I will say it again. I am not playing this corporate game. Like, capital C, capital G. The corporate game is not for me. Mm-mm. And a lot of us Gen Z and younger, we're not doing it anymore.
It's just weird.
We're waiting for you guys to die out. And it's going to be a completely different ballgame.
I'm not waiting for you guys to die out. I'm killing you.
Oh, that too. That too. Yeah. Can't expose my plans on the airwaves.
It's not the airwaves. Not the airwaves.
I'm not doing it anymore. It's not sustainable.
It's so totally not
You see why y'all got wrinkly necks?
Y'all got wrinkly necks. Our economy is not doing any better. So who is this really serving?
Who is it for?
Who is it for? It's not for the general society.
You're still only getting 3 weeks of vacation and you've been at this company for 22 years.
You haven't taken time off in a fucking year.
Your kids hate you.
You haven't been home in 78 days.
Your wife cries herself to sleep every night. Yeah, no, the corporate game, not for me, not for us. Because what is it for?
I don't know.
These arbitrary sets of rules that someone came up with back when we were working in factories for the war? Huh? What that got to do with my procurement job at the government? What that got to do with the cashier at Loblaws? And what did we get for it?
Honestly, nothing.
Barely able to pay the bills.
The big dogs are going to keep doing what the big dogs do, and we're going to get nothing to show for it.
What's that?
Because, you know, that's how money's made.
That's how money is made.
That's how money's made. Especially here, in particular.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. These aren't startup companies.
No.
This isn't everybody gets a fair slice of the pie.
No.
It's every man's for himself, and all of you worked for me.
You do what you're told, and that's it.
Otherwise, fired.
Yeah. What? We threaten to quit? They say, okay.
Period.
Someone else is in. Someone else that's willing to do it.
We will hire your replacement 30 seconds.
Your replacement's already on the way.
Turn on a dime.
They were on call.
They were the contract worker that you trained.
I couldn't literally see them hand an offer letter to someone that I wrote a contract for to replace me. Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, they don't care.
They do not care. They've never cared.
Money talks. You shouldn't.
Crazy.
But I do love being a Gen Z in the workplace.
It's just so funny. Because half of the time, people don't know what I'm saying to them.
Yeah?
They're like, what? What is this lingo?
Don't worry about it.
I'm like, forget it. And then I rephrase with corporate verbiage.
It's that.
If you really want me to present you with this version of myself that fits your corporate perspective, I guess I'll go that route.
Me, but I'm also not doing that anymore either.
It's that.
From the game. Not doing it.
It's that.
It's not sustainable. It doesn't work for as long as people think it does.
Oh, it's just exhausting, you know? And you're just like, okay, when is this going to end? And you're doing this for like 8 hours out of the day.
Yeah.
Like, your day starts, you get on the bus, get in the car. You're on there for maybe like an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe less. And then you're at work for the entire day. Spending time with these people.
Yep.
And then you're getting back on the bus.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
I don't have it in me. You already asked for way too much from me.
It's not.
You asked for my physical time, my physical effort. You can't also dictate how I act.
Yeah.
In those hours. Or how I present myself. You get what you get and you don't get upset.
It's that, but I feel like it's so much harder for, like, certain groups.
Absolutely.
AKA us.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, like, the second something's wrong, it's just, like, perceived as negative.
Yeah.
Which I don't like.
No.
But
there's no way to win.
Yeah. Like, it's just...
It's either you mask and you get frustrated and then people are like, oh, why'd you blow up?
Yeah, like, why are you angry? You seem annoyed.
I wonder why.
I've got that, like, this entire week. And I'm just like, you haven't been bothered, stressed by, like, this entire move? Like, this is so much work and effort, and I'm putting all of my time into this.
Yeah.
Like, how do you expect me to react? I'm not gonna be polished and prim and proper Kim for fucking ever.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm a human fucking being.
It's that.
That was me all of last week.
So it's
like, oh
so
my god,
weird.
why are you being so, like, dismissive and things like that?
It's so weird.
I don't have enough in me to be able to do what you want and also be my perfect self.
Yeah.
And we really need to work on just accepting people as they are. Because unless you're a dickhead.
Yeah, I want to reframe that.
Yeah. There are a lot of caveats.
Yeah, I feel like what needs to happen is we need to start ensuring that everyone is supported in a way that is comfortable for them.
Okay, HR.
I mean,
okay.
Period. I mean, that's my whole job, bro.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, just providing them the resources they need to succeed in the workplace, which means having a supportive team. And if they need to, you know, learn more on the job, then giving them those resources.
Mm-hmm.
If they need to learn how to train people and develop some more soft skills, giving them those resources. But that takes a very, like, careful eye, and not everyone is constantly looking out for that, which I think is a major issue with the whole corporate energy. I feel like what it is everyone's so focused on, like, the monetary aspects of running a business that they don't realize that people make up the workforce, and people are what cause money to be made.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not focusing on people, what's the end game here?
Yeah. You
guys are just going to keep having employee turnover until you're maybe a group of, like, 6 people?
Yeah.
Don't come crying to me.
I'm already gone. Ain't got shit to do with me no more.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like there needs to be that perspective to it. And when we don't have that, we have situations like, oh, like, why is everyone so up and bothered? Like, what's wrong with Kayla? Like, is she doing okay? Like, she seems like she's having a hard time. Meanwhile, you're being overbooked, overworked, and you're not getting the support that you need. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
And one doesn't exist without the other.
Exactly.
So don't be confused when things are going sideways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But then it's on us, you know, to focus on our own mental health. And do this, and do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is today's topic. We're back, baby. This is episode 12 of Golden Nuggets.
Oh my gosh.
I have to sing it now. I can't not sing it.
Just Golden Nuggets.
Fine. Golden Nuggets. So yeah, today's topic is self-care. And we are going to talk about the reasons why you shouldn't let the corporate gain run you into the fucking ground, because people aren't pack mules. Pack mules shouldn't be treated the way they are treated, but that's besides the point. But
I had to bring the animals into
I did bring the animals into
animal rights.
Sorry. Yeah, well, yes, animal rights.
We can get behind racism, but we draw the line at animal rights.
Shout out community. Yeah, no, like we as people need to start taking care of ourselves instead of prioritizing all of these corporate giants that really don't give a shit about, you know, who we are as people. You should always be doing some level of self-care consistently. And this is just, you know, the way things have to go. Because if you don't, like, that's how you end up running to the ground. You end up with health problems. You know, you get sick more often because you're not taking care of yourself. Like, you're not making yourself the priority.
Yeah.
And that's where you start, you know, losing that light.
Yeah. Also, if you don't treat yourself as a priority, no one else will.
Yeah. You are the prize.
Yeah.
You are the prize. So you got to act like it.
You only got you at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
It's just you. So
you, your thumbs, and your fucking feet.
Yeah. Well, some people don't have thumbs or feet, so sorry.
Period. Shout out to the paraplegic community.
I love you guys.
Yeah. You guys are always real ones.
They're also always fucking jacked.
So jacked. They are so built. It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Like, you see those niggas be playing basketball with no legs?
Bro, built. The craziest traps, shoulders, arms you'll ever see.
Ever.
No, that's not even a hot take. That's reality.
That's just facts.
Shit. Yeah. Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, y'all be jacked. Shit. At the end of the day, you only have you. But honestly, I'm of the mind, and I understand that, like, sometimes it's sort of hard to figure out, like, what you would consider self-care and, like, what feels like self-care for you. And honestly, even I'm still trying to figure that out. But I will say this, like, my therapist did give me, like, pretty good advice, and essentially it's like, if you think of yourself as, well, not a jar, but, like, for simplicity's sake, as a jar, you want to do things that will fill that jar, you know, like what fills your sugar jar. And those are all things that you enjoy doing and are comfortable with and puts you in, like, a good mindset, makes you feel energized in a way. So yeah, if you haven't considered what those activities could be for you, I think now's a good time than any to think about it.
Yeah.
What are your sugar jar activities?
I knew that was coming. Reading's a big one. Watching TV. Wow, this is sad.
I mean,
no,
it's
like,
not
I'm like,
sad.
No, I'm just like, wait, what are the actual other ones?
Yeah.
Usually dance. That's a big one. Not a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Usually dance, period. I do really enjoy cooking. What else is out there? Those are my main ones, I think.
Period. I think that's a very good list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simple day-to-day stuff. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How about you?
I'm still trying to figure it out, but honestly, I think one for sure is listening to music. That has always been one of the things that has given me energy and sort of helps me regulate a little more. Another thing would be...
Oh, sorry. I found another one. Taking a shower.
Period.
I love showering.
Yeah. I think doing, like, my facial routine, you know, like my skincare is another one.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just, like, because I think, like, for me, I have to not be thinking. you know, like, and those are all activities where I could sort of just relax and let my body do what it needs to be doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like, and it also ties into like getting my nails done, because now I do that regularly, and that's been pretty helpful, you know. And like the prep is always nice because I get to think of ideas beforehand, and then I can admire them, and it's like little doses of dopamine and serotonin throughout the day as I look at them.
Nice.
So that's fun. Yeah. I don't know. I think some of the other ones, meditating, I don't do that one often, but I feel like I should do it a little more.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I just end up falling asleep, so that might be the ultimate reason why.
Honestly, I feel like that you've mastered meditating.
But yeah, it's just nice, you know? Like, it's like, yeah, like I'm clearing, it's more of like the clearing my mind, like nothing's going on, you know? It's just, you know, it's like astral projection, but like I'm in my body.
Astral projection minus the astral and the projection.
Exactly, you got it.
Yeah, we all got it. Yeah, of course, that one.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Ezra Miller, I miss that guy. He's actually insane.
He's balls to the walls crazy. Like absolute bonkers.
Yeah.
I can't believe, he was the Flash.
He was the Flash. He was also in Invincible. They recently recasted his fucking...
He's in Invincible?
I saw something about it. I don't even...
Wow.
Let me find it. Self-care.
Period.
You said you are working on figuring out other things that you can count as self-care.
Yeah. That. And hobbies. I'm trying to build my hobby repertoire.
Nice.
So yeah, that might assist. Might overlap.
Absolutely.
Might not.
I think doing your hobbies is a form of self-care. So.
Yeah.
Unless you hate your hobbies, in which
I mean, I don't think I don't. Well.
Yeah.
I don't. Personal opinion. I don't think you should hate the hobbies you have.
Yeah.
You know, if you have hobbies, you should like them.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't even think you can count them as hobbies then.
It's not. It's just things you do.
Yeah. Against your will.
Against your will. Against your will. Yeah. Well. Not everyone can have such a privileged life.
Hey, Janet. Wow.
I have to do the stupid takes, cause
oh my god.
It doesn't make sense. But I know at least one person who listens to this podcast has heard a comment like that.
We've all heard.
We've all heard a comment like that.
Jesus.
We've all heard a comment like that.
But yeah. Filling your sugar jar.
Why'd you say it like that? Filling your sugar jar.
I don't know. I feel like it was
your sugar jar.
Yeah, it's so important.
Yeah, it is important. It is important.
And we don't think about it enough.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the context of, like, a lot of self-care, at least for me, used to just be like, I deserve this, or I deserve that. But, like, that's not always self-care. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be an act of deserving it after putting yourself through hell.
Yeah, it shouldn't... Your level of self-care shouldn't equate to the amount of work or productivity that you put out.
Mm-hmm. Self-care is independent of all that.
It's that. It's independent, and it should be consistent. Because, you know, every day we do stuff, and every day different things are varying levels of draining.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's something like as insignificant, you know, as maybe saying hi to your neighbor. Some people might find that overwhelming. Other people, that might just be like a -5, you know?
Yeah.
It's like minimal damage. But still, like those are things that that take energy out of us, and we should always be trying to replace that energy with things that we enjoy and love and relax us and create positive or at least neutral, you know, levels of emotion and energy.
Do you yawn when you cry? Huh?
Do I cry when I yawn?
No, leave it.
Okay.
Just let it. No.
Okay.
Don't even. Don't let me have any of that.
Okay.
Ow.
I'll give you the opportunity to try again, I guess.
No, I'm not even gonna do it.
You're not even gonna do that?
No.
Well, then I guess to just respond to your question. And the answer is occasionally. It depends on how tired I am.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm like very tired, then the yawn will last for longer, which means I'll cry. But if it's maybe 2 seconds, I'll be fine.
I like almost always cry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I guess that makes up for it when I go outside and I'm immediately in tears.
Oh. I hate that shit. I was like, I'm not gonna cry, even if the wind is...
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I want.
No, I'm like, please. And then I just feel it. I just feel it leak down my face.
Oh my god.
Like, ew.
Fuck you.
Can I be better?
Get back in my fucking tear duct.
It's that. What are we crying for? Let me give you something to cry for.
Stop.
Yeah.
The drama.
It's that.
Caribbean parents are the most dramatic.
Out of anyone.
Y'all do so much.
For what?
I love y'all, but please.
Relax. It's never been that serious.
It's never ever been that serious.
Do you think it's a generational, cultural, what's the word? Nationalistic thing, our lack of self-care?
Generational, cultural, nationalistic.
Yeah, nationalistic doesn't fit, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
I do think it is. Because I feel like it ties into what societies like value self-care and like how we take care of our people, you know?
Yeah.
Like you have more individualistic societies versus family-oriented societies. But regardless, sometimes you see that certain family-oriented societies value hard work and like all of those work ethic values, and that's prioritized over, you know, the individual and being mentally okay.
Fair.
And I feel like that also ties into the whole concept of mental wellness and how that's currently been a very recent topic. And that is certainly a generational thing. Mm-hmm. You know, we're really only seeing that being implemented with people of our generation and maybe a couple of people or a couple of older generations. Well, not older generations. Slightly older people. I can't think of a better word than that.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, like it's definitely like a shift in values for sure. Because all of the older generations, they were told you have to work hard, you have to do this, like it's always work, right? They weren't prioritizing themselves. Hence the reason why they're unhappy in unhappy marriages. Like they aren't prioritizing themselves and how they feel and how they experience their reality. Life is only what you make it, right? But at the end of the day, when that's not something that's taught to you, you know, and you're hearing the same thing over and over again, you're going to start to internalize all of that stuff. You start to internalize like, oh, like I have to constantly push myself. I have to be taking care of others. I have to be doing this. I have to be doing that. Not what do I want? How can I make myself feel better? Is there a better way for me to cope with this situation? Am I doing okay? You know, is this becoming too overwhelming? What can I do to make sure I'm getting the support I need to achieve what I need to achieve?
Mm-hmm.
All of those questions are that shift in mindset. And that, I think, is the difference between the two generations. And some people would say that's like, oh, like, you know, you're so selfish, you're only focusing on yourself, like, you don't care about your family. But that's not what it is. It's prioritizing my needs and ensuring that because I can support myself and be consistent with how I'm taking care of myself, I can then support others appropriately. The second I sort of take all of that energy away from myself and I'm focusing on other people, that's when we start to see those gaps. You know, I don't know if that answered your question. I feel like it did. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
In a way.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like it's like a difference in like generations, cultures? Like, what's your perspective on that?
I think they all play a role very differently.
Yeah.
Because he made a really good point generation-wise. But I want to say also culturally, but I'm trying to think of a specific culture in which like an individual's mental health is prioritized. And I'm really struggling to find one.
Honestly, I think like not like a great example, but definitely like certain countries in Europe, right? All of these small businesses or businesses in general, they close during lunchtime. They take that time to themselves and they go have a nap, some tea. They're just doing other stuff.
That's a very good point. A lot of like the Nordic countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's a really good example.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see them and they're like the happiest places on the planet.
Yeah.
They have such high productivity rates,
mm-hmm.
which I feel like goes to show us specifically that productivity and like amount of effort exerted don't exactly equate. Because you can have high productivity,
mm-hmm.
even higher than we have here, and people are they only have what, like 6-hour work days or like 4-day work weeks,
mm-hmm.
and they're doing better than us. How does that make sense to you guys? But again, really great example. So
yeah,
culturally, just what we focus on and what we pass down through generations. So I think we're kind of back to the generational bit.
mm-hmm.
Really dictates how we feel about these kind of things. So yeah, I don't want to reiterate your points just because culture is just passed down through generations, and that's kind of what makes it culture.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe to answer the question, generations is the biggest impact on how we view these kind of things and how we actually go about doing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, all of life's questions
answered in this simple podcast. I'm kidding.
This
not,
is now
not
a
really.
podcast. Cite us on your
This
next
is now a
essay.
socio-economic podcast.
Yeah. Hire us as consultants for the company.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if we were hired as consultants? Oh, end of the
My
world
per
right
diem
there.
is $1,800.
Oh,
so.
I'm charging a foot in a bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
I mean, yeah. I think it's absolutely just generational.
Yeah.
Because I think, as a society, we all kind of go through these major life events.
Mm-hmm.
We can say, like, World War I, World War II, even though not everyone was actively participating in it. It did have an effect on society as a whole. And that's kind of what got us into this whole, like, work till you die, work in one job, love your job, make sure you're the best at your job.
Yeah. honestly, I feel like it was a series of those events, right? It's consistently having events like that which ultimately change the game, which I think is why currently now, like, this is a really good example of how we're seeing all of our societal values sort of shift. Because the pandemic happened, everyone got comfortable working remotely, and now with the switch back to in-person work, people are looking for that work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're looking for those additional benefits because they realized that that is more aligned with how they want to live their life, how they want to be comfortable and living more presently.
Yeah.
I think companies are hating that, but they have no choice but to adjust.
Because what are you going to do otherwise?
Yeah, exactly. If you're not making the right adjustment and not competing with the market, your company's going under. And that's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a fact. As much as you want to go back to the old ways and yada, 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 it's not going to work. Time moves forward. It doesn't move backwards.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. So yeah, I definitely after this whole pandemic thing, the amount of importance we put on ourselves and how we view things, because one of the major things that happened is a lot of people lost their jobs. And what? They're all like, before this, people were all like, I'm so important to the company, like, they need me.
Yep.
What are they going to do? Like, I have to be at my best because the company needs me.
Yeah.
You lost your job and the company's still going.
It's that. And I'd like to add to that. I'd like to say another major event was people were sick. People were sick and dying, and they needed to be taken care of. The only people that can take care of them, their family, people that are close to them.
Mm-hmm.
That level of distance has to be minimized. If you're taking care of somebody, you better be right there with them.
Yeah.
So companies needed to accommodate that. And that's a priority for some people, taking care of their family.
Mm-hmm.
Life is fragile. And I think people really realize that with the events that happened. And that's another change, you know? We're really sort of adjusting to the fact that this is reality and life is seriously only what we make it.
Yeah.
And if we value all of these things, then they have to be a priority.
Yeah. And other things have to reflect that.
And yeah, exactly. Your life has to reflect that.
Yeah.
How you live has to reflect that. Yeah, absolutely.
Period. I like that.
All right.
That was good. It's a good holistic approach.
Okay.
Self-care.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Yep.
Hit him with
We'll
the
be selling
outro.
tickets. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. It's okay. I got you.
No, I got
Okay.
it. Well, yeah, guys, we appreciate you coming and sitting in for another episode of Golden Nuggets. We've been your hosts, Kayla and Kim. I feel like we never say our names.
We used to.
Yeah.
We used to.
Well, if you're new here, my name's Kayla.
And I'm Kim.
And we are the Golden Nuggets.
Not we are the Golden
No, we are
Nuggets.
the Golden Nuggets.
We are the Golden Nuggets.
Yeah.
We are not physically the Golden Nuggets.
Yes,
but
I am.
Okay. She wants to be Golden Nugget.
I am the Golden Nugget.
Honestly, yeah.
Why not? Yeah, this has been episode 12 on self-care, and what I want you guys to do is take out a piece of paper.
Not the take home.
Yeah, there's a homework.
Jesus.
And write down 3 things that you are going to do this upcoming week as self-care. And you're going to actually do them. I'm going to be checking in the next time and make sure y'all actually did it.
Wow. Period.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Don't do that.
And
Are you serious?
And while you guys are writing all of your self-care down, I want y'all to tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your brother about Golden Nuggets and how we are available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. whichever one floats your boat, really. Or you can listen on all four. That's great. But we appreciate y'all coming. Hope y'all had a good time, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye. Hang it. Yeah. Hang up. Hang up the phone. Hang up. Yeah.